into the world, but we have to embody those changes. Each one is like an initiation, and we have to go through as transformational leaders, whether you're transforming a corporate culture or leading a healing process or in the fitness realm or whatever. As a transformational leader, these downloads are coming faster and faster. And what we need are tools and techniques to strengthen our nervous system to be able to embody and hold the techniques and the delivery that we're bringing forward to the world. And that's exactly what happened to me in 2000, I would say one. I think it was after the birth of my first child. I started to receive these profound downloads. So I was practicing this nervous system technique, which amplifies hands-on body connectivity to the world. So I'm working on spines. I'm working on removing negative sludge from people's spines and bodies as an energetic nervous system doctor. And all of a sudden these downloads start coming through. Now, at the time, I didn't really know that I didn't have the tools and technology to embody it, but I was driven to find a way because it was overwhelming to me to see where my work was going, that I would be leaving this form of chiropractic that I was doing quite quickly, 3 years in practice, and boom, I was out the other side writing my first coaching technique. And my body would crash. My nervous system couldn't hold the high vibration of the information, despite the fact that I had these great tools. The missing piece was that I needed a life daily practice, which is now FlowFit, to be able to hold the energy of positive change that I needed in my life and also that I was bringing to my clients and to the world. So there's this huge piece to FlowFit about enhancing the nervous system, the central nervous system, to be able to sustain the higher vibrations that are happening in the world. Whether it's you're being pushed to find your soul's path or get closer to your soul. So you're going from the external world into your internal world and you're asking yourself, okay, what am I truly aligned with right now? How do I want to lead? Who do I want to be? FlowFit helps with that because we take you into the central operating system of your body to release the old codes that no longer serve you, the old programs, and then turn on the new codes, the new programs, the new neurological technology to lead or live in a different way. One of the things that I know about transformation is you can get into transformation and you can do it, you can go through a transformation, but what I'd see in my clinical practice that we've really feel like we've figured out is that people would not be able to sustain it. So they would come into care and I would say, hey, do 3 sessions, which right now we have a 3-class experience and I still believe this. Do these 3 sessions and you will feel better. You'll feel like, the load of the world is lifted, or you'll feel the integration of your intuitive messages. And then they would leave the practice and they wouldn't be able to sustain that. They wouldn't come back. And so I also feel that what we've done with FlowFit is build sustainable transformation because we're working so deeply with the central nervous system that the body just kind of craves it. This is what our clients have been saying, that I can't live without this. Like, we had a client just travel, and when they went to travel, they weren't doing FlowFit. They could have been, but they were kind of off the grid, so it was hard to get on the computer and all of those things. You know, they were in a zone where technology wasn't supported. So they realized after this, I think it was more than a week, it was like a month, they realized that they couldn't sustain the energy as much without the daily practice. And so if you are a transformational leader or you're seeking transformation, it's really important that we have sustainable techniques that support us through the changes that we're going through. So this person in particular really taught me that FlowFit helps sustain that energy that you want to keep in your life. And eventually, when you practice it over and over, it becomes so integrated into who you are that the practices you just carry with you and you practice them like while you're walking or driving in your car. You're reprogramming your nervous system to really sustain transformation. So it's consistency. And that's my Instagram video for yesterday. And I'm going to continue that story today about what drives consistency. Well, it's not sympathetic dominance and stress. That's its own consistent pattern. So what we're doing in FlowFit is we're getting out of that sympathetic dominance go mode, and we're getting into parasympathetic rest and digest. But it doesn't end there. We're actually, and this is the genius of this work, getting the two nervous systems to talk to each other. So we're taking you into sympathetic go with like dice roll, feeling that tension, feeling the pressure of life while we're breathing through it. And that's the brilliance of nervous system fitness or neurological fitness, is that we take you into the resistance to breathe through it. So we're getting, for you neurological gurus out there, we're getting the sympathetic and the parasympathetic down the front, sympathetic down the back, to communicate with each other. And then we're getting the energy to flow through the central nervous system and turn into what we call flow state. That's where you stop fighting life or struggling with life. It's like, I really want to follow what feels right. What brings me goodness, brings me joy, brings me kindness, brings me compassion. I want to follow the path of joy or fluidity or flow. And once you start to go into that sympathetic state, the pressure, and feel it, it's like, okay, this pressure is okay, but I do not have to engage in the chaos. I do not have to engage in the undermining. I do not need to engage in sabotage. I want to engage in my true self, my true expression, and who I am in the world. A lot of information here. FlowFit was created for sustainable transformation. It is neurological fitness. My YouTube channel has kind of shifted because I went from some of the practices into this full integrated form. We have rebranded from BreatheFit into FlowFit because we were missing that life force flow in our work. So we had to go through one more rendition. And here we are with an online studio. Join us. We have a lot of opportunities to step in to the work, start to work your nervous system, and start to become fit from the inside out. I'll be back with more. Have a great day.